Imagine our Earth as a giant orange. Now, let's slice it perfectly in half, right through the middle. If we could peel back the skin of this orange, we'd see lines running around it, just like the sections inside. These lines are called latitude lines. They help us understand where we are on Earth. Latitude lines tell us how far north or south a place is from a very special line called the equator. Think of the equator as Earth's belt, wrapping around the widest part of our planet. Latitude is measured in degrees. The equator is at 0 degrees latitude. As we move away from the equator towards the North Pole or the South Pole, the latitude increases. The North Pole is at 90 degrees north latitude and the South Pole is at 90 degrees south latitude. The equator is a very special latitude line. It's the longest latitude line on Earth, and it divides our planet into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Because the equator receives the most direct sunlight, it's a very hot place. Countries located near the equator experience warm temperatures year-round. They have lush rainforests teeming with diverse plants and animals. The Amazon rainforest, for example, is located near the equator. The equator is also where day and night are almost always the same length, about 12 hours each. This makes for a consistent pattern of sunlight throughout the year. North of the equator, we find another important latitude line called the Tropic of Cancer. It sits at approximately 23.5 degrees north of the equator. Imagine drawing a line around our Earth at this point, and you've found the Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer marks the northernmost point where the sun appears directly overhead at noon. This special event happens once a year during the summer solstice, usually around June 21st. On this day, places north of the Tropic of Cancer experience their longest day of the year. The Tropic of Cancer passes through many hot and dry deserts like the Sahara Desert in Africa and the Arabian Desert in the Middle East. However, it also goes through areas with tropical climates, such as parts of India and Mexico, which experience distinct wet and dry seasons. Section 4. Tropic of Capricorn. Summer in the south. Just like the Tropic of Cancer marks summer in the northern hemisphere, the Tropic of Capricorn marks summer in the southern hemisphere. Located at approximately 23.5 degrees south of the equator, it mirrors the Tropic of Cancer. When the sun is directly above the Tropic of Capricorn, it's the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, typically around December 21st. This marks the longest day of the year for places south of this line. The Tropic of Capricorn crosses through diverse landscapes, from the Andes Mountains in South America to the Australian outback. It also passes through the Kalahari Desert in Africa and the Great Dividing Range in Australia, showcasing a variety of climates and ecosystems. Section 5. Arctic Circle. Land of the Midnight Sun. Venturing much farther north, we reach the Arctic Circle, located at approximately 66.5 degrees north of the equator. Here, something truly fascinating happens. During the summer solstice, the sun doesn't set at all. This phenomenon, known as the midnight sun, occurs because of Earth's tilt. During summer in the Arctic Circle, the sun remains visible above the horizon for 24 hours or longer. Conversely, during the winter solstice, the Arctic Circle experiences a period of darkness when the sun doesn't rise. The Arctic Circle encompasses a large portion of the Arctic Ocean, along with parts of countries like Canada, Russia, Greenland, and Norway. It's a land of ice and snow, home to polar bears, walruses, and other creatures adapted to harsh, frigid conditions. Section 6. Antarctic Circle. Mirror to the north. Way down south, we find the Antarctic Circle, located at approximately 66.5 degrees south of the equator. It's the southern counterpart to the Arctic Circle, and it experiences similar phenomena. During the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere, the Antarctic Circle experiences its own period of darkness. 6 months later, during the summer solstice, the sun shines brightly for 24 hours a day. Antarctica, the continent enclosed by the Antarctic Circle, is the coldest, windiest, and driest continent on Earth. It's covered in a permanent ice sheet that holds about 90% of the world's fresh water. The Antarctic Circle is a breathtaking and extreme environment, home to penguins, seals, and other creatures that have adapted to its unique conditions.